I'm going to address the false allegations being labelled against me by this character here, Nung Nung. All right, so she puts out this video stating, I'm being threatened by Aaron Haywood 4.0. Now, if you come down to this comment here, she states he's also been making threats to shiv people, which means to stab them. He's also been making threats to sexually abuse and assault other men's wives and girlfriends. It's all coming out now. He's a psychopath. Now, have a look at the way she's written this comment. The reason she's done it in the way that she has is because she's trying to convince the YouTube censors to have my channel shut down. Right now, she has got no proof that I've ever threatened to shiv anyone on YouTube, because I've never threatened to shiv anyone on YouTube. And I'll show you where she got that from. Right, this video here from this character, who goes by the name of Container in the Contents. He says, I outed Aaron a long time ago. All right, he never. Where's his proof? Where are his receipts? He doesn't have any. And he threatened me when I did, specifically said he would shiv me. All right, where's his proof? Where's his receipts? Now, I'll tell you what happened with this character. He used to jump up in the comment sections, leaving huge, they were about 10 paragraph comments. And it'd take me about 10 minutes to read them, process what he was saying, and then it'd take me just as long to even address half of what he was asking in the comments. And then I figured out that he was leaving very similar comments all over my videos, specific videos at specific times. And the reason for that is because he was trying to distract me, to waste my time. Because if I spend an hour conversing with him, that's time wasted that I could be doing other research and whatnot with. Now, I've spoken to this guy on Facebook. All right, he's an absolute nut job. Now, we talk about the actor-based reality. And so one thing I will say about this guy, he's very good at, identifying different characters that are playing dual roles. Now, I didn't agree with all of his matches. Right, there'd be something wrong if I did. And there was one match in particular that I said, no, I just don't agree with it. It was a match that he'd made with Tom Cruise. Well, this guy started abusing me, just leaving me all these crazy messages, and started calling me a demon, and yeah, he just went right off the deep end. All right, so I blocked him, not before I told him to piss off, and yeah, that was that. So it's no surprises that he's up here mouthing off about me. Right, now, making threats to sexually abuse and assault other men's wives and girlfriends. Right, now I'll show you where she got that from. She got that from this video here. Aaron Haywood, crypto scammer and grifter, exposed. Right, now, if you come across to this video here, 100% proof that Rusty is a fake character. Right, now, this is a character that they created out of thin air to slander me. All right, and if you watch this video here, I've proven that beyond any shadow of a doubt. They will never address what's in this video here because they can't. Right, so this guy has been pretending to be me on Telegram. Right? He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have a girlfriend because he's a fake character. So she struck out there. Right now, this message. Now, what I've stated here is in relation to a rumour that these two characters here have started, Pastor Daniel and Spirit Walker. Right? And that rumour is they're going around telling people that I'm a pedophile without a shred of evidence, right? Because it's completely untrue. I've never been arrested for any sexual crimes. I've never been to jail. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I also live on a small island where if what they are saying is true, that would be well known. Right? You couldn't get up on YouTube doing what I'm doing if what these characters here claim is accurate. Right, have a look at these two playlists. I've embarrassed them. They're not used to it. Not used to getting it in the way that they got it. Right? And the reason that they've made these allegations is just simply for that. All right, because I've made an ass of them. And it's no accident that I've got photos of them both with slits in their eyes, right, because they're two nephews up on YouTube. Right now, this character here, Nung Nung, for over a year has gone along with the lies that have been propagated against me. So she's been the first one up in the comment sections every time Pastor Daniel has come forward with his false allegations. He's got no proof whatsoever of anything that he stated. And he's just trying to latch on, like the crab that he is, to anything where he can now try and legitimise the lies that he's been caught out in. All right, such as me eating pizza on camera. Now think about how sick in the head you would have to be to even come up with that. Right now, I called him out on the Indian Mother Challenge because there's hundreds of videos like that on YouTube, possibly thousands. And I stated that in that video that he made, he's slandering an innocent Indian mother and the child. I guarantee that he wouldn't say that to their faces. Right? Indian culture is a lot different than American culture or Australian culture. Right? So their TikTok challenges and whatnot are a lot different than anything you'll see here in the Western world. Now, what I wrote here was very accurate. All right, if you get around where I live, and this would be the case too, I would imagine, in a lot of neighbourhoods in the Western world. All right, if you get around slandering an innocent citizen who at no time in their life has ever been involved in anything to do with pedophilia or sexual crimes, well, there's repercussions for that. If you can be identified and you live in the same area as that person. Now, those repercussions are people will turn up at your house, they'll drag you outside by your hair, and you will be dealt with. Right now, how are you going to identify who Nung is if she was saying this about a member of a local community? Because she doesn't use her real name or profile picture. She's a coward, and she wouldn't say it about people in her own community. Have you noticed that with these characters up here on YouTube? People like Pastor Daniel or Nung Nung and Co. So they're so concerned, apparently, about sexual crimes being committed. But what do they do about it? They post up a mainstream media news article. What do they do about it in their own communities? That's what you need to be asking yourself. When has Pastor Daniel gone out into his own community and confronted face-to-face a character who actually is involved in these crimes? All right, have a think about that. So this is not a threat. This is getting real with someone who's been involved in a smear campaign against me for over a year now. And have a look how she writes out these comments. That's what I say. She's obviously trying to have my channel shut down. They've been trying for years. Right now, I just want to come across here to this loser here, Seek Days, where he states, Aaron, you're losing it. I think you need some pork to calm down. Talking to a girl like that is not how someone that runs a truther channel acts. You're just a bully, but he's losing it on camera. All right, now, it wouldn't matter if it was a male or a female. If you falsely accuse someone of a crime like that with zero evidence and run with it for a year straight, I'm well within my rights to clap back at her. I'll let her go for a year. Right, these characters, they don't get censored. But if I say something back to defend myself, instant censorship. Right, that's because I run a legit truther channel. One of the most legit and real channels you'll ever come across. Now, notice how there's no mention here of what Nung Nung has been involved in. All right, no mention of what she's said about me for a year straight, along with Pastor Daniel. Right, he's trying to pass off that I'm abusing a female. Like I said, it wouldn't matter if it's a male or a female. You can't do what he's doing. Right, now, another thing they're doing is they're pulling conversations that have happened on other platforms, all right, that they've been involved directly in. All right, there are a hive of demons that have been pretending to be me online. So they've been creating fake profiles and then turned up in my inbox. And, of course I'm going to get into them about it. Right, they then screenshot that and start posting up on YouTube. Now, I'm not in breach of the YouTube community guidelines by doing that at all, right, because it wasn't done on their platform. These characters are trying to bring it over to YouTube in order to have my channel taken down. All right, this is a targeted effort, which, of course, is going to fail. I've already rorted a lot of them, and people can see for themselves. Now, I'm going to show you a comment here that was left on a video, a really good comment. Now, just bear with me for a moment, because this guy sums it up perfectly. Yeah, this comment here that was left by Driftwood, he said, they are so stupid. They are suggesting you have the influence in the crypto market to pump and dump the markets. They think people will believe that, unless it was an extremely low liquidity coin, in which case you would make 50 cents from the four idiots putting $1 to $200 in. Probably not even that, considering ETH gas fees to dump. They suggest you are a whale in H-bar or something. It would take millions of dollars with friends in on it and paid influencers to pump and dump H-bar. But of course, they didn't buy anything. They are desperately fabricating dirt on you. I have an average understanding of the crypto market. They have no clue. They must be extremely stupid if they believe any real person would believe that. They must be like parrots. They can sound smart, but just empty recordings with no real understanding or creative spirit. I think they are more worried about their BS Neffy image stocks dump. You are brutalizing their market. All right, this is a really good comment, right, because he's spot on with everything that he said there. All right, so this character here has been involved in a smear campaign against me for over a year. The reason for that is because I went in on Spirit Walker and Pastor Daniel, two nephews. She doesn't show a face on camera. The name, nothing. Right, I'd almost bet a month's wages this is another nephew as well. And it's also very telling of a character, because what sort of woman would stand under a man like Pastor Daniel, who has been continuously caught lying and trying to propagate a false narrative and just blindly go along with it, like Nung here has. She gets one video. I told you she was going to kick and scream about it. Because what I said here about her, this video here, is 100% over the target. Right, so once again, everything she's claimed here, all lies. I suspect that one of the reasons that she's not using her real name and profile picture is because, now imagine if people in her local community knew that she was up online acting like this. Like good, honest citizens in a neighbourhood. It's easy to say what you want about someone when you're hiding behind a fake profile. Not so easy when someone like myself claps back and puts you to the test. Right, now I've put this video out here. 0 notifications were sent out. I'm going to put this video up here as well, and I doubt you'll get any notifications either on that. All right, so I am well within my right to have done what I did. And I'll address something else too just before I finish. So this video here on Layla. Right, now the reason I did that, a few reasons. Right, now it was a joke. Right, the game bots, they don't get it. Right, you're not going to hold up a box of macaroni cheese and a $4 bottle of wine and try and convince a lady from America to come over to Australia on that premises. All right, now Drew's been disrespectful to me in the past, same as a lot of members on that stream. Now, Toilet Bowl Earth, I believe, was behind the Telegram, this Telegram account here. Right, because now the reason I say that is because he left a voice message. Oh, this is going back a couple of weeks ago now, and it sounded like it was just a spitting image of, well, not an image, like it just sounded like Toilet Bowl Earth. Now, he was drunk. He was threatening violence against me. And not only that, but when that fake profile went on his live stream, straight away, Drew has addressed me as Aaron Gaywood. Now, Drew wouldn't say that to my face in real life. I guarantee it. Guarantee he would not address me like that. All right, this is a man-child. Now, not only that, but I've also had a run-in with some of his groupies here in the past. When I went in on Jake and when I went in on TSM for playing multiple roles. There's a video here as well with Steve and David. Right, so if they think there's no repercussions to be had for the way they conduct themselves online, well, they better think again. Because you don't address someone like that in real life. And if you do, you're not standing on all 10 toes for too long. I'll tell you that now. All right, so none of their slanderous campaigns are going to work against me. All right, I've lost nothing going up against all these YouTube agents. Dan, well, I mean, his credibility, not that he had any after I went in on him, outside of the game bots that he associates with, completely shot to pieces. Nung, well, you can see now what she's all about. All right, they need to put up some evidence. She can't run with a narrative like that for as long as they have. Just words. They're absolute clowns. I'm going to body Pastor Daniel again and again and again. And there's nothing he can do about it.